The original video was about 40 minutes long. Because I translate these videos into other languages, I had to cut out most of it because I have to manage my workload. I will put a link to the original video in the description. I would like to explain the title of this video. Anything is possible. For example, I could become super rich and start dating beautiful young women. It is possible, but in reality, it will never happen. Probable means that there is a real chance that it could happen. Probable dreaming is based on reality. Possible dreaming is based in fantasy. Women dream of what is possible. Men dream of what is probable. And like the woman in this video, I knew a lot of women who wanted to start their own business. I only knew one girl that was able to do it. She got the money from her mother, who worked and saved for the past 20 years. And her boyfriend got the business up and running. Without him, there would be no business. Yet, all of these women were so proud of her. But she did not do anything. It was all her boyfriend. She just took credit. I hate it when people take credit for another person's work. What I really hate is when these women start putting men down, or look at the men who are not as successful as losers. Then, in the future, years later, you discover that these women were not as successful as they claimed. Plus, once the man is out of their life, things start to fall apart. And the single women who wanted to become successful, wanted to own a business, but was not able to achieve this. And because they have no man in their life, they become bitter, angry and depressed. Like I keep saying, I am almost 60 years old, and many of my observations come from female family members, their female friends, and my old female friends. And in the end, in the long run, most men win. Most men might start slow, but eventually, most men get there. It might not be how we want it, or what we want. But we do eventually get there. And this is when we reward ourselves with a young beautiful wife. Instead of with an old bitter angry woman who feels like she is settling. Kevin Samuels asked the woman why does she think she can become rich given that she comes from a middle-class background. Part of her answer was multi-level marketing. And once she becomes rich, she will be able to attract rich successful men. Multi-level marketing is where you sell products on behalf of a company and receive a commission. In addition, you also recruit others to sell products and you receive a commission from the products they sell. Then they recruit others. And both you and them receive a commission from the products the new people sell. And so on, etc. Amway, Avon, Herbalife and Primerica are multi-level marketing companies. Back in the 1960s, it was easy to make money with Avon. Multi-level marketing has less than a 10% success rate. Primerica is not considered multi-level marketing, but most people only earn about $7,000 a year. Plus, to make any real money with any of these multi-level marketing companies, takes a lot of time and hard work. Like Kevin Samuels said in the video, there is no free money. And because of this, most people do not go from humble beginnings or poor, to becoming rich or wealthy. This is not the way it usually works. Most people go from poor to middle class. Then from middle class to upper class, and from upper class to wealthy. And because of this, most of these rich people cannot tell others how to become rich or wealthy because they never started as poor or middle class. You only hear about the successes. You never hear about the millions who took these people's advice and were failures. Multi-level marketing companies are not really making money from selling products. Because you can get their products from any retail store. What they are really selling is hope for a better future. Because of this, they have millions of people going to their shows and becoming a salesperson. However, to become a salesperson, you must first buy their products. And then you can say that you own a business.
The life you want to live is this. We can move into this home in Northern California to where I can work as I see fit, whether it's from home or this or that. I'm making money coming in the house, but I'm not having to really go punch the clock. So I can kind of take it, kind of coast. I mean, it's not like I got a lot of stress. Is that what I'm kind of getting?
Yes, but in reality, I want to work and have a business.
Okay. So for the kind of lifestyle you want to have, what kind of family household income would you need? Total.
Both of us, both making over 100,000. a year. Well, way more over than that.
Well, no, it's going to. So, for what you described, how much do you think it's going to cost?
I mean, the goal is
almost $1 million house, $100,000 car.
These are all my dreams and reality. So,
dreams and reality are two different things. But I'm asking, for what you're describing, how much do you think you would need for an annual income?
I mean, close to $1 million. You think about credit. You think about
no credit, income, no credit.
Mm-hmm.
So the annual family income. Give me a number that I can work with.
So for example, I'll say 1 million.
Okay, but it got to be real though, because if it's 1 million, that means you're making $500,000 a year or more.
I'm giving you a number to work with.
Well, no. See, I'm giving you. See, what I'm doing is I'm actually putting parameters to your dreams.
Why would you do that?
Huh?
I said, why would you do that? Or why would you put a parameter? You know, if I feel that I can get to that dream one day, not necessarily saying
because that's what adults do.
I understand that.
Why would I put parameters to your dreams? Okay, do you just go someplace and don't look at the menu? You just start ordering? Or
no.
Do you okay, that's what you ladies do. You go into the world and like, well, why would I put parameters? That's like limits. Yes, because there are limits. There are limits, man. You are only. How much do you think you'll make at the height of your career?
At the height of my career, probably 100,000, 110 in that range within my career right now without my business.
Okay. At the height of your earning potential, how much do you think you will actually make annually?
Right now?
Man, by the time you're 40 years old, at the height of your earnings, what do you think you'll be making?
200,000 to 300,000.
Okay, so one of the problems we have in our community is we don't plan out relationships. We just dream. So you're finding a little trouble stepping through what I'm saying to where it's feeling restricted. That's why I said, have you ever sat down and thought about this stuff? And you can't have thought about it to the level it needs to be, because you would understand that the kind of home you're talking about, $1 million home, 6-bedroom home, what kind of man earns the kind of money you're talking about making to where you can work and live the way you're talking about? What percentage of men make that money?
Very low percentage. So probably under 10%. Or are you looking at demographics, or you just?
I'm just looking at all men, period, man, because if you're talking about having a household income of several $100,000 to $1 million, and even if you were doing 50-50, that means you have a man who's making $500,000 a year. What percentage of men make that?
Very low percentage.
What? Give me a ballpark.
Under 10%.
Under 10% is not. Give me a more precise ballpark. Under 10% could be 9.99999 or 0.000000. Give me to the nearest single digit.
4%.
You're looking at, for $500,000 or more, you're looking at 1/10 of 1%. 1/10 of 1% of men. And of the women, you're looking at 1/10 of that. So if there were 100 men, 0.1% would be 1/10 of one man. That's just from the income. Why is this? Is it starting to make sense why the example I just went through is so important?
Yeah.
Why do you think? Why do you think it is?
Just looking at finances, if we're pursuing this goal or pursuing the type of man that we want, just knowing that we should at least set a barrier, not a barrier necessarily, but a perimeter in your words. But
to go to college, you're talking about going to college to being the president.
But why can't I do that, though?
Well, let's go down that path. Saying this is where it starts to get rough, because dreams are fine, but you got to be realistic of what's. It's not about probabilities. It's not about possibilities. Too many of you ladies deal in what's possible and not what's probable. And men deal with what's probable. So in your life, do you have men who are $500,000 or more earners approaching you for serious relationship or marriage consideration?
No, and that's only because I haven't put myself out there.
That's not why.
I mean, that's a piece of what's why.
That's not why, though.
What's the reason why, Kevin?
Because you're not on their level.
I know I'm not on their level yet. I'm not on their level
It's not on their level yet. How could you get on their level?
By applying myself and chasing my goals.
Men don't pick women the way women pick men. See, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. In your mind, the reason these high-earning men don't approach me is because I'm not putting myself out there. That's not it.
I'm not on their level. Honestly, no, I'm not on their level.
Right, and there's nothing you can do to put yourself on their level.
Why is that? Can I?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because there are plenty of women who look as good or better than Beyonce, who have everything that you have to bring to the table. These men that you're talking about have tremendous amount of options. Due respect, ma'am, your goal, your dreams are exceedingly high.
Wouldn't you want to dream high?
No.
Why wouldn't you want to dream high?
No. You can dream high. See, here's the problem. You can dream what you want to. But I think we spend too much time dreaming, especially today. Our women need to deal with what's probable. See, you've been told dream as big as possible so you get as much, and the dreams you have are materialistic stuff.
I don't want material. You when we first started.
Ma'am,
you asked me what kind of house I want.
Right. You do want to, you want at least 3 children. Do you want those children to be raised in an apartment?
No.
Then knock the BS off. You do have materialism.
I have things I want, but you never asked
me. But ma'am, you want a Porsche. Due respect, ma'am, those cars are not for average income people.
I know they're not.
So the things you want, I listened very well. I don't think you like the way it's coming around, because I don't think you think of yourself as a materialistic person. But everything that we've talked about requires a lot of money.
Yes, I know that.
More money than most women earn. More money than most men earn. You said out of your mouth that by the time I start having kids, I would like to have my business and all this stuff set so I could pretty much work at my leisure. What percentage of women do you think have that option?
1%. I know it's low.
What percentage of mothers in this country have to work either full or part-time?
Let's say 80.
Yep, close. Far too many women are thinking like this. There's no relationship possible. Another woman who wants to have something, it's almost like you want to be a man. You got all these dreams, and I got this and that, and I want this. Because to get the outcome, to get the lifestyle you want, you got to make a lot of money. I don't care how you slice it. But coming from average middle class people, where did such a appetite for this lifestyle come from? Porsche trucks, 6-bedroom homes, jobs and businesses. Where did that appetite come from?
Just furthering my education and my passion. It didn't come from my parents. It didn't come from my family.
Furthering your education. Okay. Okay. Education.
I'm not saying college. I'm saying learning.
There is no free money. You're an average woman with an average degree. You don't get to. These people don't get to be millionaires. So my point is, I'm going to talk right past you. This is why multi-level marketing, these get-rich-quick schemes, these courses are so rampant in the Black community, because we don't want to do it the slow, long way that's been shown to work.